sitting on your belt, then take it off, please. And go ahead and sit all the way to the end of the chair. And I'm kind of winging it, based on knowledge, but I'm winging it. So go ahead and sit all the way back. With your butt all the way back. There you go. Cool. So, what I'm thinking about, talking about today is stenosis, where the vertebrae in the lumbar, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right where we put our belt, that's why I asked to take the belts off. When these vertebrae become too close together and then they squish the nerve, and that hurts. That hurts a lot, most of the time. So what to do? How to create space to relieve that nerve being squished. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Most of the time it's between 3 and 4, or 2 and 3, and it gets kind of squished. And the nerves that come out from the side are being pressed, and that takes.
How come they start it with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? I mean, why don't they start from 1 down here?
Because this is 7 on the neck, 12 in the lumbar, 12 in the thoracic, 5 in the lumbar, then the sacrum and the tail.
Okay, got it.
So when the two vertebrae are getting too close to one another, one of the nerves coming from the side is being pressed, and it shoots pain down the hip and the leg.
I'm sure, I didn't see this side of it. I didn't see this side of it when you were showing.
So the nerve,
Oh,
that
that's
kind
the
of,
nerve.
yeah.
Okay.
The yellow ones are the nerves that's being
Okay.
pressed and squished.
Okay, good.
When we have sciatic nerve, it's from the second one here. But the lumbar one is the stenosis, and it's like, yuck. So with that said, let's see if we can locate it, feel it, see what we can do about it. So we're sitting all the way back. So the back of the chair is our floor right now. So just kind of take a minute to feel which side of the back is more painful, less painful, closer to the back of the chair, less, more muscular, less muscular, more dense, less dense. And kind of sink into it and kind of get your awareness into that section of your body. And start breathing a little bit slower. And see if you can direct the exhalation towards that area, like you want to feel that area with your exhalation. So it's not a forceful exhalation, but as you're exhaling, you're directing the attention towards the vertebrae in your lumbar, probably between 2 and 3, 3 and 4. And move your feet a little bit. Find a different location for the feet, just a little bit. And continue exhaling into that area, into the region, maybe into your pelvis, maybe all the way down in between the two cheeks where the sacrum is, the triangle bone. Pick and choose the area that feels like calls your attention? If you have ribs that are really, really close to the pelvis or inside the pelvis, then you maybe want to breathe into that section. We all have different configurations, so you go into where your body is calling you to go to with your breath. And notice how much directing the breath can relieve pain or make changes in the way that you're organizing your inner organ and the deep muscles. And keep on exploring. Maybe with your breath you can rotate the vertebrae a little bit to the right. Maybe on the next exhalation you can rotate those vertebrae just a little bit to the left. So the back of the pelvis is getting closer to the chair. Once to the right. And once to the left. And now open your eyes and see if you can keep on breathing and exhaling once to the right of the side of the vertebrae and once exhaling to the left of the vertebrae as you're opening your eyes and looking around and living life. So go ahead and look at me and smile and see if you can keep on breathing and exhaling and getting that tiny little bit of rotation as you exhale. Because we can't just go all day long paying attention. But that kind of tiny little bit of movement inside your pelvis, don't close your eyes. See if you can keep your eyes open and maybe talk to me or pretend you're talking to me or sing. Get your brain occupied with something as you keep on, you're falling asleep on me. It's very meditative, it's very relaxing, but I want, if we're taking it as a sandwich to the, kind of a sandwich for the picnic of life, if we want to carry it into the day, we can't just sit and, oh, wait a minute, I'm rotating my, no, we want to be able, and as you exhale, keep on, like I'm talking to you and I'm doing it. See if you can multitask. Look at the pictures. See what you see. And keep on rotating. Tiny little bit. I shouldn't even have to see it. It's one time the right side of the back of your vertebra will touch the chair. And the next time you exhale, the left. Maybe you can do it not in coordination with the breathing, just keep on. Tiny little bit of rotation in the vertebrae from left to right, as if the vertebra wants to look to the right knee, or as if the vertebra wants to look to the left knee. Keep your eyes open, keep smiling, keep looking at the pictures, keep on thinking, are they good, are they bad, are they interesting? Think about what you have to do in an hour when you leave here. And keep on going deep inside that section, 5 vertebrae. Rotating to the left, smiling towards your left knee. Rotating to the right, smiling towards your right knee. Open your eyes, smile. Okay, start moving your lips, like you're talking. But keep the same tempo on the rotation. Keep moving the jaw, like you're chewing, like you're talking. Keep on talking. Okay, you can stop with the mouth. And now touch your fingers back and forth. Not a fist, just gently bring all 5 fingers together and apart. And keep on rotating the lumbar. Tiny little bit of rotation. Tiny little bit of rotation. We're working with very small muscles that are connecting each vertebra on the side, up and down, vertically, and also diagonally. Now we're working on the diagonal muscles between the vertebrae. Keep on moving the fingers. Notice how you get confused between the tempo on the fingers and the rotation. And be kind to yourself, smile and keep on finding. Keep on finding it. Gentle with the fingers. So you don't want to get tired, you want to be able to do it all day long. As women, we know how to multitask. We cook dinner, we pay attention, the kids did the homework, we answer the husbands, we run to open the door, we feed the kids, we do all of it at the same time. We do know how to multitask. Spreading all over the brain. Keep on moving the fingers. Don't get stuck. Sorry for being so harsh today. Find the quiet, find the meditation in the spine while the rest of you is awake and aware and being here. Think about the spine being your metronome. Tick, tack, tick, tack.
That's worse.
It's what?
That's worse, it'll put me to sleep.
So the spine is the steady motion, while your eyes is engaging in life, and your fingers has to do something, washing dishes. Okay, and let it go. Take a deep breath. Not so easy, huh? Okay, the pelvis. 3 bones on the right side, 3 bones on the left side. The ilium is bone number 1. The pubis, the ischium is bone number 2. The pubis is bone number 3. So the pubis is right here. So we have 3 on each side. So go ahead and sit and find the edge of the pubis. Dig into it between the top of the bone and your belly organs and your belly fat and your belly skin. 4 fingers on the edge of the bone. Dig in. And now sit with your back towards the chair. And when you exhale, lift all that you have in here and roll it up towards your belly button. I don't care if you have a lot or little. That's not the point.
When you exhale or inhale?
Exhale. So you exhale, you dig in, and you roll it up towards your belly. It's like you're trying to take the lower vertebrae of the spine and lift them up and push them back towards the chair. And bring it towards the chair. So all the lower, the sacrum and maybe 5 and 4 are getting lifted and glued into the back of the chair. Hopefully we'll do it on the ground as well. And one more time. Exhale, dig, and lift, and roll, and iron it into the back of the chair. And let go the hands. I know mine are getting tired. So that's one way to iron those and open up a little bit. But now we'll try and go a little bit higher. So we'll use the thumb. Let's go a little bit to the edge of the chair. Let's go to the edge of the chair. Get your thumb on the ilium bone, on the ASIS, on the eye of the pelvis. And the fingers are in the back, all 4 fingers. And we're gonna lift the ilium and move it back, rounding the lumbar. I'm going to do it on the skeleton. You're here and here. You're lifting and rounding to open up here to create more space between the vertebrae. And you want to aim it only to the belt area. So inhale. Lift and roll back. Exhale. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Lift and roll back. So let's get all the way to the edge of the chair so the feet are on the floor. Even mine, even the short people. And inhale, exhale, lift and roll back. Inhale, come to normal. Inhale. Roll and lift and roll back. And now go all the way to the back of the chair. And we're going to do the same thing, because most of the time when we sit, we don't sit on the edge of the chair, right? We like the back of the chair. So we'll do the same thing. We're kind of going to lift and roll, and you're going to feel all 5 getting imprinted into the back of the chair. And you release when you inhale. Exhale, so you either kind of come from these bones or you come from here, but the whole thing, the whole 5 vertebrae are getting opened and lengthened towards the back of the chair. When I do it, I don't know if it's because my height, but I feel like my feet are digging into the floor. So that's a tip that might help you. So again, we're using the exhalation to roll the hip. Try not to get so your boobs are touching your knees. So we're not rounding up here, and we're not rounding in here. We are rounding only up to the ribs. Susan, for you I think would be helpful to do the opposite, actually to inhale and come up and up and up and open rather than going in and
Right.
so you're going the opposite from us. So the vision is of the pubic bone coming up and in towards the belly button, or like a zipper of a tight jeans that just came out of a washing, and you're trying to pull it up. So the belly button is trying to get as close to the spine as possible, and all that is opening up. And release. And as you're doing it, as you're finding that lengthening in the back, notice what your feet are doing. How are you using your thigh? How are you using your feet? And relax. Sometimes the pain is intense and the nerves is really pressed and we need to relieve it. And just breathing doesn't do it. So then we put our fingertips over the patella, over the kneecap. We anchor ourselves there. And when we exhale, we push. I think it will be easier being on the edge of the chair. Pull the pelvis, round it back, and don't let the fingers move. And release. So it's way deeper of a stretch. Way deeper. So just don't do the chest. It's not this. Completely quiet. It's here. Back. When you need to breathe, you just come.
He has got to be
Another vision is getting to the letter C here, creating a C here, and creating an L when you breathe. So going into the C, heel to the ground, heel to the ground, heel to the ground, and keep on moving back. And when you need to inhale, the letter L. In the letter C, press the heels, find the floor, anchor, and when you need, open your eyes, look to the horizon. And is it helpful?
Painful.
Painful? So do less.
Okay.
And it might be too much of a stretch. The breathing might be just enough. Okay. All right. Let's find our way down to the ground.
Do you want the pad? Yeah, I guess. Thanks. I'll do it. You want help? Not getting it in, okay.
Gravity's your friend.
Making up
Gravity.
for the absence of my pillows. You should see me at night. Oh, I'm having a party. My pillows.
Pajamas party?
What? Pajamas party. Yeah.
Pajama party, okay. Okay, so we lay down, our knees are up towards the ceiling, the feet are on the floor. Put your fingers on the ilium, on the front of the hip bone. And when you exhale, guide those bones up and back and feel how your lumbar vertebrae are getting closer and closer to the floor. And when you inhale, release the pelvis to its normal state. And have a just cleansing breath in between. And on the next exhalation, allow those hip bones to roll up and back, bringing the lowest vertebrae in the lumbar closer and closer into the front, into the mat, and the tailbone is going towards the front and up, like if you had a dog laying on its back and you're pulling its tail in between the legs. And then you inhale and you let the pelvis go quiet, and you just get another breath in between, relaxing. If the rolling of the pelvis towards the floor feels good to you, you can stay there for a while and see what happens, and try to breathe in there, having the vertebrae rotating a little bit towards the right and a little bit towards the left, smiling towards your right knee, smiling towards your left knee. Tiny, tiny, tiny. It's like you're trying to send a message inside your body without anyone else knowing. Based on what the sensation is in your body, you choose now what to do and how much to do. We had several tips today. We started with the hands guiding from the pubic bone up towards the belly button. Then we went with the fingers guiding the ilium bone to roll up and back. We used the feet anchoring to the ground. We used the breath to keep on rotating from right to left, as the attention was slowly getting out into the world and the awareness in the world while you keep on. So see which one answer your needs. If you get bored with paying attention only to the lumbar, start noticing how it actually travels not only to the lumbar, but can travel all the way up the spine, including the neck and the head. And your eye level is changing as you exhale and the pelvis comes to relaxation, or when you inhale and the pelvis is getting rotated backwards, actually your chin and your eyes are going up a little bit. So you can start including your whole body in that motion. Actually, we can all do that, because only stopping at the lumbar might be okay for specific pain, but it's not including the whole system, which would really help. So you use the feet as an anchoring point and strength, while the pelvis, which is transmitting movement, usually originating, hopefully originating, is turning, rounding backwards and carrying the movement all the way up the spine. And start paying attention that what happens if you use one leg more than the other. Press one leg into the floor more than the other and see how is it affecting the sensation in your lower back. And try the other leg, the other foot, and see how that carry into your body. Then do both feet together and see how that is doing. And then you have choices to make. Which one works best for you? And if you so inclined, just if you feel like doing this, you can get your feet a little bit closer to your body so your lower leg is vertical, and press the feet into the floor and lift your pelvis up in the air and do the same movement when the pelvis is completely hanging up in the air. Same movement of pressing in the feet and moving the lower vertebrae, the lumbar closer to the floor, but now they will be in the air, and then bringing the pelvis back to rest, but it's in the air. So do it only if you don't feel pain. So your shoulders and your feet are holding you, and the rest of you, the ribs are also on the floor, but your pelvis is up in the air, if you can do it, if you want to. And we're doing the same thing. Slowly rolling the ilium bones up and backwards. And relaxing. And you can go down anytime that you want to relax. And slowly bring the pelvis down and the legs down. And give weight to the heels. And give weight to your ankles. And give weight to your calf muscles. And give weight to the space between the knees and the floor. And give weight to your thighs. And give weight to your pelvis. And give weight to your belly and the organs in your belly, and give weight to the space between the lumbar and the floor, and give weight to your ribs, and give weight to your lungs, and give weight to your heart, and give weight to your neck and the space between the neck and the floor, and give weight to your eyeballs and your tongue and your cheeks and your hair follicles and your inner ears and your shoulders and your elbows and your wrists and your fingers with your hands, with a space between the hand and the floor, all the way to the nails. And if I forgot something like eyelashes or anything else, include them in. Lips, teeth,